think because of all the changes that they've released, right? We're gonna start off with Necromancer, so we're able to apply all the new gems and everything to the new ascendancy. So going over that would be a priority. And also, I want to see Necromancer changes. We are the Necromancer now. Mistress of Sacrifice, your offering skills also affect you. Your offerings have 25% reduced effect on you. Oh, 25. They buffed it back up a little bit. 30% increased skill duration, 30% increased minion duration. Plague Bringer, this is 4, so it's a build up. If you've consumed a corpse recently, you and your minions have 30% increased area of effect. With at least one nearby corpse, you and nearby allies deal 10% more damage. At least one nearby corpse, nearby enemies deal 10% reduced damage. Huh. Yeah, that's a good wind-up node. That looks alright. Nothing too crazy. Sure. It's interesting that they're going into kind of a corpsey direction. Alright. Corpse Pact. 30%, and this is this one. 30% increased damage if you have consumed a corpse recently. 2% increased attack and cast speed for each corpse consumed. Okay, so they kind of combine that. Enemies near corpses you spawned recently are chilled and shocked. Corpses you spawn have 50% increased maximum life. Wow. This is really good. Like, really good. Like, really, really good. Man, you can apply this to summoners, but also to non-summoners. So I think maybe they're trying to go for some sort of, you know, you don't just do summoners with Necromancer. It was kind of a thing for, you know, a while ago, but not so much anymore. That's really interesting. That's really powerful. You might get some real serious boss killers with Necromancer now. Like, real serious. Like, one-shot, you know, phases type of serious. Mindless Aggression. Whoa, shit. Minions have 30% increased movement speed. Minions have 30% increased damage. Minions have 10% increased attack speed. Minions have 10% increased cast speed. Okay, so they kind of took the old movement damage duration node and they just made it better, but minus the duration. I never really was a big fan of how they limit a lot of duration stuff to Necromancer and how they also force you to pick up the duration stuff. So them kind of, from the looks of it, cutting back on it means that they do want the, like, minion burns down and then explodes into a lot of damage playstyle to be viable. Cool. Bone Barrier 10. Oh, that sounds cool. Grants level 20 bone armor skill. Oh shit, we Necromancer now. 1% additional physical damage reduction per minion up to 10. Whoa. 3% to all elemental resistances per minion up to 30. Oh, that's an interesting node, and by interesting I mean very dependent on the other changes. 3% increased recovery rate of life and energy shield per minion up to 30? Minions have 20% more maximum life? But this is just the passives, right? What does bone armor do? Yeah, this is nuts. And it kind of fixes everything that Necromancer has had a problem with outside of getting one shot. But I don't think that's going to be much of an issue anymore either, because you kind of just one-shot everything with the new abilities. So here we've got 12. Unnatural strength, +2 to level of all minion skill gems. Well, that is super boring, but also, I mean, it's okay. We have to see the other changes because they've heavily modified the skill gems to my understanding. It's good, but really boring. Essence Glutton. 20% increased maximum mana. For each nearby corpse, you and nearby allies regenerate 0.2 of energy shield per second up to 2% per second. That's bad. For each nearby corpse, you and nearby allies regenerate 5 mana per second up to 50 per second. Whoa. That one's really crazy. Okay, 50 flat? Jesus. Regenerates 8% of energy shield over 2 seconds when you consume a corpse. Regenerate 8% of mana over 2 seconds when you consume a corpse. Okay, the energy shield stuff is really weak. but still helpful. The mana stuff, however, is bonkers. Really bonkers. But you can still put it together really well with the new timeless jewels. A lot of very viable hybrid builds out there right now. You've got the extra resistances from this up here, so you can build for chaos resistance and use timeless jewels. I mean, I like this node, but I don't know, after seeing the freaking bone barrier. Wow, so overall they made Necromancer just, they buffed up old stuff a little bit, and they made it less specialized, I suppose. It seems like they removed the convocation, which is really weird. They made it like very defensive, so I think they just want like a more active playstyle out of Necromancer. Just a little more active for you to actually use all the new gems and live through the ascendancy itself. But I can see a lot of non-summoner people playing Necromancer now, man. Super duper defensive, very strong. Yeah, let's go see the gems so we can get an idea of what they're doing with the rest of this. Raised Spectre. Minions have 30% to all elemental resistances. Maximum 2 raised specters. So I think this is like, it's leveled up. Maximum 2? Wait, 2? 2? 55% more minion movement speed. Minion movement speed is capped. Raised specters are level 80. Minions have 1109 additional accuracy rating. Okay, they gave them accuracy. Very interesting. It says raised specters are level 80, which means that you can scale them with plus gem levels, most likely. Raised specter now raises monsters based on level of the gem, gaining +1 level per gem level above 20. You know, specters of a higher level than you ever before. If you increase the skills level enough, and you won't need to go to a higher level map to create them. Okay, so they removed a lot of the annoyance. I mean, the difference between like 84 and 86 specters was very noticeable. Like super duper noticeable. And again, we don't really know if they've changed the scaling at all, because if it remains the same, then this is pretty bonkers. You get 2, and you can crank them up really high up, like really high up. You could probably even get like a 92. And seriously, the difference between an 84 and an 86 Spectre is insanely noticeable, especially since it enables a lot of Spectres like the incursion lightning throwers. They aren't good at all until they get to a certain level where they just do enough damage to utilize their like lightning arrow type of attack, and then they get pretty crazy. So I can see some new specters even coming out of this. All right, summon skeletons. Base duration is 20 seconds. Maximum 8 summon skeletons. Summon 3 skeleton warriors. Minions gain 50% more added damage. Okay. Raise zombie. Maximum 7 raise zombies. Minions have 38% more life. Raise zombies slam attack has 76% increased cooldown recovery speed. Raise zombies and summon skeleton gems now get more bonuses as they level, with many of the effects from Necromancer ascendancy being moved to the gem. Skeletons naturally move faster now, and zombie slam is bigger. Huh. Yeah, so they didn't change a whole lot on the gems themselves. Like they said, they moved some of the ascendancy stuff, so some of the specialization seems like they're encouraging people to just use a lot of minions at the same time. And yeah, I mean, skeletons moving faster, zombies slamming bigger. It's nice. But it looks good. Again, all of this looks incredibly strong no matter what. I cannot stress this enough because of the new support gems. The new support gems are absolutely fucking bizarre. Like, completely crazy. These are changes. Whether they're gonna be better or worse, whatever, we're gonna have to wait and find out as we combine all the information. But the new support gems fucking glue all this shit together to a uncomprehendable degree. In Path of Exile Blight, we're introducing a new wand base type, the Convoking Wand. Can roll minion modifiers, 12 increased cast speed, 70% increased critical strike chance for spells, +1 to all minion skill gems. Whoa. Minions have 29% increased movement speed. Whoa, minions deal 48% increased damage. The new Convocating Wand is available in some parts of the Atlas. In addition to the usual wand modifiers, there are 8 additional minion modifiers that can roll on it. Wow. Big. Minion weapons have been long overdue for a change. There are just so few options for anything even remotely viable or interesting. Most of the time, you find yourself leveling or playing in general with like mediocre amounts of increased minion damage. It's not craftable to like a high degree through masters, so you have to use fossils for it, and that's super boring. Ugh. So this is big. I like this a lot. Fantastical change. If again it's high enough, it's giving guys some viable options. And again, it's with the theme of use a lot of different minion stuff, because it seems like they're also modifying this to be all minion skill gems. Nice. Not to mention that you can get another one on top of that too. So we're chilling with that.